Guys, we have to talk. Yesterday's Tekken Talk, the season 2 special, had a lot of very interesting info. Especially for us Xiaoyu players. I was looking and listening closely to what they're saying. There aren't any patch notes around, so we don't know how the balancing will look. I think Michael Murray said that it's gonna be one of the biggest patches, or the biggest patch so far for this game. It's going to be a lot of changes. Every single character will get at least one new move. But what they talked about yesterday was also very interesting. They talked about, general changes to the game, how mechanics are going to change, especially heat. And I wanna talk about it a little bit more, especially from a Xiaoyu player's point of view, because I feel like even looking at these mechanics and how they're gonna change, they're gonna buff Xiaoyu and nerf her in other ways as well, and I wanna talk about this a little bit more. But before we do that, so I'm gonna focus on this second point, but just to talk about ranked match really quick, they have announced we will get new ranks. The Tekken God of Destruction ranks. There will be a couple more up there. They're gonna enhance the ranked mode in general. Improve the matchmaking. There's gonna be some sort of rank reset as well. They will not look at the prowess anymore when it comes to finding an opponent. You will be able to look for the same exact rank as well, which, like, this is my opinion, but on paper, this sounds great. But keep in mind, the higher you are in rank, or at least right now, like, you have to wait so long to find an opponent, and I can only imagine what it's gonna be like when you're looking for someone with the same rank, and if there's no one around, like, yeah, it's gonna, I hope not, but it might take a while, so I hope they're gonna improve on that. But yeah, in general, they're gonna improve on the ranked mode, which is great. I don't know if there's gonna be this elo system when it comes to reaching the highest ranks, but I'm happy that they noticed this negative feedback. There is a lot going on right now, so there is negative feedback everywhere. But I hope they're gonna change the netcode as well. I don't think they talked about it at all. But one of my biggest complaints about this game is the netcode situation right now. I would say it might be even worse than during Tekken 7 times. But yeah, we'll see. And also, I'm seeing a lot of negative comments about this. Don't worry about losing your highest rank. Dropping from, I don't even know what it is, but from Tekken King to Fujin or something. I don't know, but I'm just gonna say, if you're like worthy of having a rank, you will get there back. Don't worry. Also, they're gonna change how you get points and lose points. So overall, I think it should get easier actually to get a rank. Yeah, but that's just like my opinion. I'm happy they're looking into ranked, and also this new feature, Ghost versus Ghost. Like, I don't really care about ghosts and ghost battles in this game. It is a nice little feature, and it can be fun, just like the Tekken Ball mode. But yeah, I never really used my ghost in this game. Okay, so looking at these large scale balance adjustments, let's just watch for a little bit,
バランス調整に関しての、
はい。
大枠の方
because
針につい
there are
て
three
お話しできればと思ってい
big
ます。
things are gonna
And
change.
Yas's PowerPoints are pretty hefty as it is, so imagine if we tried to cover all 1,500 changes on the stream.
Yeah, they keep
So we're
talking
just
about
gonna go into
1,500
basically
changes
a
for the
direction,
season 2
overall
patch.
direction behind it.
I don't know if this means balancing only. I guess not, because that would be way too big, right? There's no way. It's gonna include all these other changes for the heat and crouching, which I'm gonna talk about
はい。
まずシ
in
ー
a
ズン2
second.
の
Okay, so
調
here we
整方
go.
針ですけども、
1, 2, 3. Number 1, expanding the strategic options of the heat system. Number 2, re-evaluate the offensive and defensive balance. And number 3, improve controls. You know, while I was watching this yesterday, I did not expect them to give us even more defensive options, even though they are very much needed, in my opinion. So I was very happy to see this and hear about this. But then, you know, I was thinking of, okay, as a Xiaoyu player, some of these things are very good for us, while others are nerfs, like on paper at least. We'll see how it's going to turn out, but I'm going to show you what I mean. So they're going to start with part 1, you know, focusing on the individuality of characters, giving us more options, like in general, giving us more options to use the heat system. Murray said that and he's right, and I'm sure you've noticed as well, it can get pretty boring quickly, you know, doing the same exact thing once your heat mode is on, going for the same combo. So they are planning on changing that, which is actually great. Let's see, are they going to switch to the next slide because they're going to be notes?
Major points that we're looking to change.
Let me see. You know, especially when it comes to Xiaoyu and her heat mode. Of course, you can do whatever you want, but the most efficient way of using it right now would be to keep the heat to reach the wall, and then go for the combo. Yeah, so here we go, expanding the strategic options of the heat system. Number 1, and guys, when I saw this, I was super happy, but I'm still, of course, not sure what it's going to mean for Xiaoyu. Make it possible to perform heat smash and heat burst from certain characters' unique stances. I don't know if you've seen my video about potential new moves for Xiaoyu in Season 2. There is a lot of opinions going around. You know, Xiaoyu needs a second power crush. All these other stance characters have multiple power crushes. Xiaoyu has only one. Why? Now, reading this, you know what that means? I mean, of course, I hope Xiaoyu is one of those characters. That would mean we would be able to use Heat Burst from AOP, and I'm just going to assume from Hypnotist as well, which is some sort of, like, we can call it a Power Crush Light, like the light version of a Power Crush, as you know, because it's absorbing an attack, and you're going to use the Heat Burst, you know, to reset the momentum. I think Heat Bursts are right now -1, I think -1 or 0 +1 for most characters. So imagine being in AOP or in Hypnotist, and as you know, we cannot block in Hypnotist while she's doing her steps. And in AOP as well, there is no auto, low, launch or block or whatever. Of course, we can like make moves evade, but we cannot block. That's what I'm trying to say. But being able to use the Heat Burst out of AOP and Hypnotist, for example, it wouldn't be a game changer for Xiaoyu, but there will be a crazy buff. There will be a crazy buff. You know, imagine doing while running free into I don't know, forward 4, AOP forward 4, the low, and then activating heat. As we know, people like to mash once Xiaoyu enters a stance. Hypnotist as well. We cannot block there, so using it as a mix to the Hypnotist 2, Hypnotist 3, just, you know, giving us technically another move to use in Hypnotist with the Heat Burst. That will be amazing, and also it will be safe. Of course, you can step Heat Burst moves, but it will be safe in terms of frames. And that will be very strong. I don't know if I don't think she will be able to use Heat Burst from, you know, from Rain Dance, being back turned and then, I don't know, turning around and doing the Heat Burst. I don't think that's gonna happen. But for AOP and Hypnotist, this would be some sort of a Power Crush light version, in my opinion, and that would be a buff. That would be a crazy good buff for Xiaoyu. Opponents would respect him more. They would not like interrupt every single time, or at least we wouldn't get launched for it. There are so many opponents, like on my side especially. Once I'm like entering a stance, they immediately start to either try to launch me or sidewalk, and the heat burst might actually clip them or interrupt the hop kick attempt, for example, and even maybe float them while absorbing an attack. So I really, really hope Xiaoyu is one of these characters. I mean, they said they want to focus on individuality of characters, and I mean, it's gonna be Xiaoyu, right? I hope so. So this first bullet point right here would be a crazy buff for Xiaoyu. Yeah, and this second one, from the good to maybe the bad, at least right now. We've seen it in the very first trailer, and now we've seen it with the Anna reveal. We will be able right now to entering heat, doing a heat engager. So it's gonna be for Xiaoyu, it's gonna be back for one, like on block, for example, and now we are allowed to enter the crouching state by pressing either down back, down, or down forward. That's what 1, 2, 3 means right here. So we can press back for one and hold down forward, and you will continue your pressure out of the crouching state, which is scary. I would say that's a very scary change to the game. I feel like all of us don't know what it means yet in terms of how the game is going to change. As we know, there are characters like, Shaheen, Law, with like immediate slide mix-ups, for example, or Yoshi, for example, as well, with Flash and his pressure from crouching. Anna, of course, as well. Anna is known for having her full crouch sweeps and mixing them up with standing moves at launch as well. So thinking of these characters with this change, it's gonna be scary, and I'm afraid. I hope not, but I'm afraid it might be a very, very aggressive change to the game. It's gonna scare away a lot of players, maybe even, I don't know. But from a Xiaoyu player's point of view, at least right now, this change is Xiaoyu has not the scariest while standing or full crouch game in this game Tekken 8 right now. This is why I'm hoping for crouching move to be the new move we will get. Right now, imagine pressing back for one. You're gonna go into crouching state. So what now? What are the options? We can go for they can maybe press and try to interrupt. Keep in mind we are plus 17, so you can always press, of course, but on paper at least you shouldn't be too aggressive or too risky. We are plus 17. You can of course go for things like while standing 2 and maybe get a counted launcher. So we have while standing 2. You can go into AOP by doing full crouch forward 4-4, the 2 lows. You can go for full crouch down 3 and the string down 3, 2, 1, which are highs, so they can get ducked. You can enter AOP quickly and go for options. All of these are like fine, but comparing these options to characters with scary mix-ups actually from full crouch and while standing, and having scary lows and fast launchers from while standing, Xiaoyu is really lacking pressure when it comes to while standing and crouching. So this change wouldn't change a lot for Xiaoyu, in my opinion, unless, and this is what I'm hoping for, unless we will get, again, I made a video about this, potential season 2 moves, unless we will get, for example, the Miharu sweep. She had a full crouch, was it full crouch down forward 4? I'm not sure, but which was a very hard hitting mid. I think it was a mid from full crouch. Only she had access to this, and this is why she was stronger in Tekken Talk 2, for example, just because of her scarier options. So I feel like this doesn't change anything as long as we're not getting a new move from while standing or crouching. So I'm really hoping for something that's gonna make the opponent more scared of Xiaoyu being in this state, because right now, of course we can press and there are options, but there isn't like a lot of reward for Xiaoyu right now compared to like characters like Anna or Yoshi or slide characters. There is a lot. There are a lot of characters that have, think of Shaheen again. You have the hop kick, the 15 frame, but you also have the while standing, a launcher, the elbow. Is it while standing too? Just a scary mix. With Xiaoyu, of course, you have also a hop kick, a slower hop kick, but there isn't. I feel like against Xiaoyu, there are still not many reasons to duck against her, just because she doesn't have scary lows or a scary mix in this state. So while the first move, the first bullet point here, I would consider a buff. This second one, heat engager into crouching state, yeah, still unsure, but right now it wouldn't change a lot for Xiaoyu, unfortunately, because her pressure game isn't the strongest, at least yet. Maybe we will get a new move in April and it's gonna look differently. Okay, let's continue. I think the next one is super interesting as well, and that's gonna be, I'm gonna assume it's gonna be a nerf for Xiaoyu, and it's gonna be their changes to the chip damage in this game. Where is the slide? They're gonna show off Safina and how she's using her heat smash. Yeah, so it is heat burst and heat smash out of stance, which means, as we know, Xiaoyu has 2 heat smashes. We already can use, the better one is from back turn, but I don't know if we're gonna be able to use the heat smash from AOP and Hypnotist. I guess the weaker one, from the front faced, being front faced, that should still be possible, and it's gonna be another pressure tool, which is great as well. So heat burst and heat smash from Hypnotist and AOP, hopefully. Okay, here we go. Reevaluate offensive and defensive balance.
Reevaluation of offensive and defensive balance.
Yeah, this is, second point first, characters that have power crush heat engagers, they're gonna lose their heat engager property, which is so needed and so important. Azucena, Victor, Asuka, there are many characters, and this had to go from the very beginning. So yeah, better late than never, I guess. But the first point, and this is where I guess Xiaoyu will receive nerfs. They're gonna reduce the chip damage during heat state, and also reduce the chip damage when you block a heat dash, which means for Xiaoyu, as we know, especially at the wall, the pressure, you're gonna do your wall combo. You're gonna go for forward 2-1 delay 2 into a guaranteed 3+4, for example. And then it's all about using your heat to do more pressure, more chip damage, with the string again, or ending your heat state in the backturn heat smash. You know what I'm talking about. This is dealing so much chip damage right now in this game, which is super important for her, because it's kind of hard for Xiaoyu to do chip damage outside of heat compared to other characters. But they're going to reduce this. We don't know by how much. I hope it's still going to not be too much. but I'm gonna expect to see way less chip damage from the backturn heat smash, also forward 2-1-2 or forward 1-2, the heat strings. So this is gonna be a nerf for Xiaoyu, because all we are doing right now, or most of our rounds, I would say, are leading to reaching the wall, going for the combo, and then using your heat gauge and chip damage that's being dealt right at the wall, and they're gonna decrease this for all the characters, and this is definitely a nerf for Xiaoyu. But to be honest, chip damage in this game still needs, I feel like, a lot of work. They need to change it. Like, what are you able to do outside of heat and in heat? Characters. Think of Kuma. I think Kuma is the best example. It's way. I mean, they had just have to change it. It's way too strong, and it's way too stupid, to be honest. Like, every single round is gonna look the same. So I'm happy to see this, but on paper this is a nerf for Xiaoyu's heat game. But another note, I'm expecting Xiaoyu nerfs anyway for season 2. When it comes to her heat game, I mean. So I'm expecting changes to the chip damage. I mean, it's confirmed right now, so they're gonna change that. And also, I'm gonna expect backturn heat smash, giving us this super plus, are we plus 20, 21, into another hypnotist mix. I feel like it's too strong. And also, it's punishing the opponent. He's able to block the heat smash, and now he has to guess again, which isn't. I never felt like this is fair, like getting into another hypnotist mix and having to guess again. It is super strong, of course. So if they're gonna keep it, maybe they're gonna change the frames, but I feel like they're gonna change that. And yeah, like in general, the frames, hypnotist 3, the low, and hypnotist 2, I'm expecting to see frame changes there as well. But yeah, we'll see what they're gonna do with Xiaoyu. I guess in April.
つ目が、
April is
ヒ
the
ート状
time.
態での削りダメージを
Okay,
全体的
now let
に、
me see
少し減少
part
させて
3. We don't have to
さら
see
に、
these
ヒートダッシュを
examples.
使うつ目はですね、より、
Part 3 right now,
遊び
and
や
this
す
is
くなるための操作性の改
actually
善ということで
crazy. Like, I couldn't believe this at first. Like, I was sure there is no way they're talking about what I'm thinking of right now, because this very first bullet point, guys, this is game changing for Tekken. That has never been possible in, I think, in history of Tekken. And if you had a coaching session with me, you know what I'm talking about. I keep saying Xiaoyu on player 2 side, on the right side of the screen, is stronger, because we are able to use the lateral movement more efficiently. Satsubrite EOP is what I'm talking about. Because we are able to, step into the stage, not into the foreground, but away from the foreground into the stage. So we have a lot of room there to use, the full potential of the sidestep into built-in sidestep in AOP, and then with punish and evade certain moves. But this change right here, the first bullet point, now we're able to do the same thing from P1. We are able to step into the foreground now from a crouching state, which was not possible. That was never possible. They are showing Jin is stepping Dragunov's down to the right. So he's stepping, as you can see in this picture, he's stepping into, I'm always saying into the screen, into the foreground to the right, which means we are able to do Satsubrite EOP from P1 as well now. And that's, guys, that's a crazy buff. It's gonna be a game changer for all the characters, I think. But for Xiaoyu especially, we are able to step into the screen right now, into the foreground, and use Satsubret AOP from this side as well, which is super strong. That's going to be super good for Xiaoyu. So I cannot wait to do that on P1 now as well. You know, even in tournaments, I'm playing, a lot of times I'm playing on P2 side, you know, just to have this benefit of using lateral movement. But now there is no difference. I can play on both sides and have the full potential of Satsubret AOP, and that's actually crazy. And you know, also even without thinking of AOP, just being able to step to the right, doing a Satsub right on P1 side now, blocking something and being in crouch, that's going to be so important. And you know, it goes along with these other 2 points. Sidestepping, they keep buffing the sidesteps, which is honestly great and needed. I don't know if you've seen the VDX, I think, has done a video about sidestepping, sidewalking, and there is so much frustration going around, also on my side, with not only sidestep block is not working, but also stepping and seeing that it didn't evade the move, and I feel like a lot of times it should have. So they're gonna focus on this defensive mechanic more, which is great. I love to see sidesteps being even more buffed. And also, it happened many times. I feel like in every single stream of mine, I'm always complaining about getting clipped. And also, you know, at the round start, I'm pressing a sidestep, or even I love to start with a back four, for example, and it's not coming out. And I was never sure, is it my pad, is it the netcode, is it both, is it the game? What is the issue here? And now they're talking about easing the input difficulty. So there's going to be buffering, there's going to be more buffering, which means there's going to be a bigger window to, you know, registering this move of yours. So they're actually gonna fix that, which is great for the game. All these 3 bullet points are great for the game and great for Xiaoyu, in my opinion, which is amazing, because we're gonna be able to walk around, I hope, more safely. I hope it's gonna mean sidestep block is gonna work better as well, and we're not getting clipped. Because I've seen too many tweets and clips about insane moments where sidesteps or even sidewalks are not working. Yeah, but also the, you know, inputs that are not coming out. I'm super happy to see they know about this and they're gonna change that. So that's actually great for Xiaoyu as well.
こう
And I
鉄拳7から8になる
think,
時にも
damn, it's
細かく
already
やって
way
きた
too
んで
long,
すけ
this
ど
video,
も
but
大きなとこ
it
ろ
is
に
what
ち
it
ょっと
is.
手を入れました
I think those were the most important
知
points.
ってる人ほど分かる
Let me just check if I forgot anything.
ごめんなさいね。
お待たせしました
So
You know, then
this
it's
one's
all
a
about
big
ranked
thing that
and
players have been
ghosts.
asking for quite a long time now.
Yeah, I
where
think
if you're
that's
crouching,
it,
it's
and
hard-
those are the most important changes. Again, it's all we have is this presentation right here. We don't have any patch notes. Of course, on top of all of these things, frames will change. And I'm gonna expect the worst, guys. I'm just gonna expect the worst, just to be maybe more happy when it's out. I feel like the characters will change a lot. They really took their time with this season 2, as we know. So I'm gonna expect to see a lot of changes. You know, to frames, even, you know, maybe her Xiaoyu's heat game. You know, I'm thinking of the spike combo at the wall, you know, the heat wall combo. Will we still get the guaranteed follow-up, you know, with 3+4 or up back 4, the power crush, after doing forward 2-1-2? Are they gonna delete all the spike combos? There are many characters with spike combos still in this game. Maybe they're gonna change the frames. Maybe Xiaoyu's punishment will change. There is a lot that could potentially happen there, and I'm just scared to see Xiaoyu getting nerfed, or maybe even AOP, and not be up there with the rest of the cast. She isn't I know there are a lot of tier lists going around. There is a reason. There is a reason why I didn't do one myself, because like it's only my opinion, but I feel like these tier lists don't mean anything. Like you can, it is these characters are so close to each other in terms of power. I feel like, of course, there are like super strong ones right now, like Nina is very strong. Yoshi is super strong. I still feel like Dragunov is strong. Jin is busted. King, Law, Shaheen. Oh my god, Shaheen. So many super strong characters, super well rounded. And then Xiaoyu is not up there in my opinion. She's either I don't feel like she's top 10. I would say she's in a good top 15, in a good top 15 spot. But then again, you know, in one tier list she's going to be, I don't know, top 8. In the other one she's going to be 12th and then 20th in another tier list. So I don't really care about this, but I'm just hoping she's not going to get nerfed to the ground and she's going to be not viable anymore, because I feel like now, even though it's hard to win with Xiaoyu compared to these other characters. I just hope she's going to be up there with the rest of the cast, and she's still going to be able to, you know, apply a lot of pressure still, even if they change heat. I'm going to expect the worst for the balancing, but I'm hoping for the best as well. We'll see, guys. It's going to be one more month. Maybe they're going to release the patch notes earlier. We'll see. But yeah, 31 minutes. I am crazy. I'm sorry. But that's going to be it for the video, guys. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. Are you scared? Are you excited for Season 2? What do you think of Xiaoyu's new move? Is it going to be a full crouch move or maybe while standing? I cannot wait to see this, to be honest. I'm super excited to see all these changes in the game. But for now, yes. Bye-bye and see you in the next one.